Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA, Season 7, Episodes 9 and 10. We get into the freaky naked. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I am a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And so, yeah, got some episodes to talk about. Like, a lot happened.
Yeah.
But before we get into like the bombshells, because that's what, we all been talking about, let's talk about this Jeremiah and Huda situation a little bit first. Like, why is she stressing this man out? Like,
I feel like this is so multi-layered. Like it was this episode where I realized, do we ever get confessionals from Jeremiah?
about what?
Just in general, I feel like we don't see him in the confessional room as much as Huda. Like in
But
general,
we see him
right?
now.
Yeah, we do see him now because there's this conflict. But I was just sitting there wondering, like, in the beginning, it felt like Jeremiah was love bombing Huda. Like, that's what the signs it was giving because he was so affirming of her. Like, you're the only person I'm interested in. There's no way my head would turn. I feel so lucky. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I feel like they're clashing because Jeremiah approached Huda in a certain way.
Mm.
Huda latched onto that. It's something that Huda enjoys. She said, I like when my man is obsessed with me.
That's what made yes.
Yes, right? And so anytime you want somebody to be obsessed with you and all over you, anytime they pull away, you're going to be anxious about it. So it's like her anxious attachment style is loud and clear. And Jeremiah, he seems like he's a little more avoidant or
Mm.
like disorganized, and so he
Organized, yeah.
he pulls away, and it's just I almost feel like Huda is doing what Huda is doing, so I'm not excusing her behavior whatsoever. I do feel like Jeremiah did a little too much in the beginning to make her
Mhm.
feel this way, to now
Mhm.
be like, oh, okay, now I need to take it slow. And now she sees all these other connections that are starting to blossom in a more natural way, and the guys are starting to do a little bit more. And now she's
Mhm.
jealous and she's reading into her own connection with Jeremiah because of these things. And so now they are clashing. But regardless of all of that, though, I think Huda needs a break. It's a break.
Yeah, I mean,
Doing
with
a
her,
lot.
it's interesting because I feel like you hit the nail on the head. She's got an anxious avoidant or anxious attachment style, right? And so all of that, like we talked about last episode, Alandria saying, "Oh, that's not red flags to you." That he's all like, "I'm jealous," or just something about this is too quick. He's attaching too quick. It's giving red flag, but she think that's about her, and so she
Right.
think that like she getting on, yeah, I'm just attractive, like she thinking, oh, these women may not know what it's like to have a man be obsessed with you because she thinks it's about her, and it's like it's just about a pretty face, and pretty ain't
Right.
nothing, you know what I'm saying? Pretty is,
Yes.
throw a rock, you might find a pretty woman, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's about, is he really connected to the insides of you? You know what I'm saying? And so I think that like the beginning of this relationship, I don't know, it was so fast, and it also, I think Jeremiah, because it was like they're so locked in, he's comfortable now, and
Yeah.
he's not doing necessarily the things that the other guys are doing because the other guys are like, okay, let me keep showing you that I'm here. Da da da. He know that she know that, or he thinks that she should know that, which I agree with him. She should know that he was there, but she's pushing him away. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
she's being aggy about everything, and it's that anxious, I keep calling it anxious avoidant, but anxious attachment style that keeps
Yeah.
showing up. It keeps showing up because, to be honest, I think I said it the last episode, these two just like the way they looked. They just like the way each other looked. And now they're discovering maybe they don't like the way each other loves. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
that's where what's happening. It's like she's like, I want you to do things for me. Like, I want you to do things. And he's like, bro, I'm here. I'm choosing you. That's the thing I did.
Right.
And so yeah, it's like it's a little bit like they don't love the same way. They don't desire to love the same way. They just really liked the way each other looked, and they ran with that like that was everything. So, but I think that baby thing, the kid telling him later, I think that has something to do with Jeremiah's
Yeah,
disposition.
distance.
To
Yeah.
be honest,
Yeah.
um,
And I
but we
would, when
can't.
it came up, I was wondering how much it was happening that we didn't see, because now we're getting more statements that Hood is making, like when she was like, "You have to eat up all your food because you're a man," or "Good job," or "You didn't do well on the pancakes," and all this stuff, kind of just being like a momager about things.
Not a
Um,
momager.
yeah, she
Yeah,
had the
and I
child,
do.
so
Yeah, I think that that's coming out more in terms of like he's noticing things, but I think it's also because now he knows she's a mom. He's like, "Oh, is that what
yeah,
this is? It's the mother in you trying to mother me."
yeah,
And maybe he hadn't known that, he wouldn't pay attention to those things as much. Maybe he would think like, "Bruh, chill." But like now, it's like I think he feels a little bit like his that autonomy that sometimes male men desire. I think it's flaring up,
yeah,
especially because he knows she's a mom. But also, like, Jeremiah keeps mentioning that, like, or he's mentioned it at least once or twice, that like it's a lot. I've been processing a lot over the past few days. And like,
hmm,
remember, they're showing it to us kind of like a little delayed. And so this is a couple days, like a couple days ago or whatever. And so he's still processing the news. That's what I think he's referring to. Like I'm
yeah,
still processing this. And so I think that it has shifted some things for him, but he's allowing himself, he's trying to chew on it. He's trying not to be like, it's something here and it's something I don't like, but I'm not quite sure what it is. So I'm not going to jump ship. But Huda told Nick. What's your thoughts on the whole Nick, her telling Nick's reaction, and also like Nick being a sperm donor? I was like, not a time. Let us not have a Tyler
yes.
situation again. Hopefully, it's like a true sperm donor. But I was like, bruh,
Well, he
we
did
got us
say,
all
I don't know
shook.
how she, right. He did say, I don't know how a woman would feel about me having kids out there, right? And like he led with this information. So
Hmm.
hopefully it's not a Tyler situation. But
Hmm.
when that conversation happened, I was like, this is the reaction Huda would have wanted from Jeremiah. It was
Yeah.
very like exciting and like, oh my
Hmm.
goodness, like I would do anything to be a father. I love
Hmm.
kids, and
Hmm.
he literally said I would have a child like right now, and I think that says a
Yeah.
lot about
About.
someone, especially when you want to establish a relationship, because stuff like that can sometimes scare people. And
Hmm.
so to be able to just have a casual conversation and say like, no, this is something like cemented in what I want. It's not a like a one day type of thing,
Yeah.
and I'm still young and I want to have fun and no, it's like I would have one right now. I think that says a lot
Yeah.
about Nick.
For sure. And I think that it says a lot about Jeremiah that he was like, I've never even dated anybody with kids. He keeps saying that. Like he said at least
Yeah.
twice. And I'm like, okay. Like I like the conversation between Nick and Jeremiah about it, because I do think that Nick is like very right about like it's a responsibility. And not only that, it's like Huda, and that's why I think Huda should have told him in the beginning. It's like Huda can't even be necessarily the woman you think you may be getting. Like this Huda that you're getting right here in the villa without a child, that's not the Huda you're gonna be with outside of this villa.
Right.
She's a mother. That's gonna come first. So this isn't even the Huda you're going to get to know. Or like it's not the Huda you're gonna experience outside of this house. Just hands down, it's not. And it's kind of at a disadvantage for him, because her child is going to have to come first, and she is going to have, I mean, different people had arguments like, who comes first, my husband or my child, whatever. But right now they would just be boyfriend and girlfriend either way. If Even if
Right.
you're like one of those people like my husband comes first, which I don't agree with, but even if you're one of those people, he's gonna be a boyfriend when they step out of the house. And so her
Right.
child is going to come first, and he is going to have to be okay with that and comfortable with that. And he don't even seem like he thought about it, to be
Right.
honest. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like the mixed reaction is the reaction she wanted. And yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even Alandria had already told him. Like I grew up with a single mother, and it is
Oh
a lot. You have to be able to consider that child in
yeah.
everything. And I loved how Nick was like, even if she says like you're not responsible, you won't have to do anything. It's just still, it's a natural order and a natural
Mm-hmm.
way things happen, especially in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship when you love someone. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to say you would be hands off in that situation. It's
Yeah.
just, it's not natural that way. So
And she probably would judge him. I would judge him, man, if I had a
yeah,
child
and she's
and he
5. The baby is 5. Like we're not talking about a teenager here. We're talking about 5-year-old. Like baby
yeah,
got
she
some
needs a lot of
time.
support.
Like
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, so any other thoughts about Huda and them? Cause like the two of them, like we posted that thing like when he said like it's only been 10 days, chill out. That's what made me think about the little meme,
how to
like
lose
how
a
to
guy
lose
in
a
10
guy in 10
days.
days. Like home girl is literally he's out the door. And when okay, I guess we can slip into the bombshells, and I don't maybe we could talk about Iris first, since like there was or we could just quickly talk about Iris and Jeremiah, and then we'll talk about the rest of them in order. But when I, Iris pulled him and she was like, such and such said you're closed off. Huda said you're closed off. Like she was very purposeful with her language. She was like, Huda said you're
Yes.
closed off. And but I was gonna pull you for a conversation, but I don't want to like step on any toes, whatever she said. And he was like, no, 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 you can pull me, we can definitely chop it up. And so I was like, ooh, very
Yes.
telling that he is getting aggravated and he's not
Yes.
closing the door. He's
Yeah.
not. So that was
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, he did say like I just seen this girl blow up twice on me in like the matter of a small amount of time, right? Like when she did
Yeah.
that whole bend it like Beckham thing, I thought
I
that was
know.
inappropriate. Like I'm like,
Yes.
you're not even being playful and going along with the game. Like, everybody is getting kissed. Everybody's going to come in and try and do their big one because that's the point,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
And I just like I didn't like the fact that it's like, why are you calling her a bitch? You just
yeah, I
met her.
didn't.
It's like beyond her being the double standard. Like I agree with the arguments that this was a double standard because she was tonguing down the guys and
Jaylen and Pepe, both of them. Both of them. Mouth wide open.
yes, but it's like also it's like, girl, you called her a bitch. You like, bitch, back up off my man, whatever she said. And I was like,
She
that's a
said,
little
bitch, you better stop right now or something
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like that's
Yeah.
a little extra. Like, don't call somebody a bitch. And like if I was I is it Isis, what's her name? Iris, I
Iris,
would be
yeah.
like, child, we never getting close. I tell you that, like, cause
Yeah.
you done rubbed me the wrong way at first impression. Like I'm never gonna be cool with you. I might be like, hey, Kiki, smile with you, but I'm always gonna be watching you because that was just such a that's a bitch ass move to just
Yeah,
like
I mean
right off.
her and Amaya. She did the same thing. She didn't call Amaya a bitch, but
Yes,
like you still
yes,
had
she
this
did.
very stale reaction to her, and it's too much. Like you came into Love Island, sis. Like this is what it
Yeah.
is. You should have went on Love Is Blind. There's so many other shows out
Hmm.
there where you ain't got
Yeah.
to worry about your man kissing another woman right in front of you. But in Love Island, this is what they do. They swap and spit from day one to the last day.
And,
So
and can I say it is so nasty as a new watcher? Like it is so nasty. Like it is so nasty. Like why are they? What? Why? Why
girl,
are like I just don't even get it. It's so nasty. It's a part of the show that I just tolerate. I like the show. I think it's good. But that kissing
yeah.
multiple people, it's nasty to me. It just feels nasty. Like
Yeah, it looks nasty and it feels nasty. I'm sure I don't know, I guess you got to be a certain type of person to be okay with that type of stuff. But yeah, it's that's a lot. That's a lot to me. But yeah, well, there was
yeah.
another thing I wanted to say about Huda. Oh, we
Uh,
did not touch on them going on that date. I don't know
oh,
why Love Island, huh?
was that episode or the episode
The
before?
episode
Like,
before, but we didn't talk about it in the last
okay.
episode. Yeah, I don't know why Love Island sent them of all people
Oh,
on the date because even there, like something that they both kept saying was it was just nice to be able to see what it would be like in the real world. And I'm like, this still is not a real world setting. Y'all are in a closed park
part.
with
Yeah.
just you too. You don't know if this man opened doors for women. You don't know if he's saying excuse me. You don't know if he tipped the
Yeah.
waiter. You know absolutely nothing. That's why I'm like, you guys will be strangers until you leave here because you guys are in a very secluded social experiment. Like, you don't know
Mhm.
what this man is like outside of this villa, outside of this experience.
Mhm.
So it was that, and then I'm like, on this date, y'all are talking about moving in
Moving it.
together,
Yes.
seeing what it's like for her to be a mom. Like, I'm just like, this is why Huda is crashing out on your ass because you keep making these big statements. Like, you keep
Mhm.
allowing her to say these things to you. You're not
Mhm.
having any type of pause in these conversations. You're
Mhm.
going along with it. Like, and now
Mhm.
you worried about her asking you why you haven't asked her to be her boyfriend. This is
Yeah.
why. This is
Mhm.
why.
I agree with that for sure because he can slow it down, and it may not be pleasant for her, but it's reality. It's like
Literally.
10 days, so
Yeah.
let us move slow. I think that a show like this, they feel freedom to like just jump into the deep end, but it's still kind of like, bruh, I
Yeah.
just have only known you for a little bit. But anywho, but yeah, like since we
Yeah.
started talking about Iris, should we go into Iris and try to get through there? Because the vote, people seem to be trying to put Jeremiah for her.
Bro, we all
And I'm here
understood the
for it. You're
assignment.
right.
And let me tell you, I was this close to doing A's because I was like, it looked like something is happening. But I
Wait.
was like, no, we need Jeremiah up off a Huda. So we have a task at hand.
Yes.
We have a task.
We'll get to the predictions in a second about like what we think is gonna happen, but I just want to throw that out there that is, I love to see that everybody was thinking the same way I was thinking because I just voted and I was like, let me stick her with Jeremiah. And
Jeremiah, yeah.
I was like, Huda is going to shit a cow. She's going to shit a cow, and then she's
The
going to be like,
whole time.
another thing about Huda before we get into Iris. I do not like that Huda is always like, we're the strongest couple in here. We're it's like, bitch, like,
That conversation on the bench, all the girls was looking like,
right. And another thing, like, we didn't talk about this in past episodes, but like, Huda does this thing to me, like whatever that first night when all the guys decided to uncouple, right? And then Alandria was like, girl, later. And I was like, later on, Alandria apologized to her, but I was like, no, I was feeling Alandria in that moment. I was like, girl, Huda is too like she's so full of herself. It's like these women don't need you to be reacting for them. They don't need you to be in like drawing all this attention. It feels like she does that out of a sense of like, oh, I have a good man, and look at these. Like I gotta stand up for my girls because my girls don't have good men, and it's just like, girls, sit down. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. You just were lucky that he. It's not even lucky because it's about to the rug about to be pulled up from under your ass. But you were just lucky enough to find somebody who thought you were as attractive as they were. That's it. Like
yes, because
that's
that's all
literally
it
it.
is at that point. Because
It's
that was what,
attraction.
day 2 or 3? Like, it was super early. But yeah, I was with
Night
Alandria on
one, they
that
was
one.
like
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's all it was. It's literally the luck of having someone you think is attractive be attracted back to you. That's it. There's nothing like, oh, we're the strongest couple. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. When Huda comes out and she rewatches this back, she's gonna see she has a lot to learn, a lot to unpack.
I'm gonna go
But
her
we'll
family
see.
sitting there babysitting the child, being like, what are the thoughts happening in the house?
Hey, hey,
But who
hey.
knows? But yeah, so on to
Yeah.
Iris, who
Oh
might
wait,
be
one more thing. Sorry about Huda. I was gonna go back to that conversation where they were all sitting down and when she was saying like we're the strongest couple and
uh-huh.
da 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 da. But it's like it goes back to what I was saying, how she feels like her love and like her desire for love is superior to everyone else's. So I think she just automatically places herself up there, and then her saying that her and Jeremiah are the mom and the dad. It's no bitch. Nobody goes to Jeremiah or you for advice.
Right.
Nobody. They are going to Shelly. They're going to Alandria. Hell, they're going to Nick.
Nick. Right.
Taylor, like they are not coming to you to talk about any of that. Like we don't
Everybody
see
is
y'all.
trying to go ahead. Sorry.
I would say we don't see y'all in any of the conversations where it's just like a coming of the minds, a meeting of the minds, trying to figure and analyze things and see where we're at. Like you ain't getting none of that.
Yeah, they're superficial, and that their roles, their whatever, like their these titles are a representation of their superficiality. But anywho,
Yes. Yes.
but yeah, on to the bombshells. Overall, before we get into each individual bombshell, we're gonna start with Iris since she is the one I'm thinking is gonna be paired with Jeremiah. But what's your thoughts? Because people were talking about like these bombshells are not like cute. They're not like they didn't like them. Like what did you think?
I mean, I feel like I thought she was pretty. I thought she looked
Mm,
fine. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
I still am
But like all of them, the
Landria.
guys too.
I didn't find Pepe that attractive. When he put on clothes, he looked better. Like when he had on the t-shirt and like his hair
Mhm,
was done and stuff. I was like, okay,
mhm,
he looks cute right here.
mhm,
And I never thought Jaylen was ugly. I thought his dimples were cute. I was like, he has a
mhm,
nice body. It's giving. I can pick
mhm.
you up and I can put you down. I can flip you around. So I was fine with Jaylen. Okay, I was like, he might have that little square haircut thing going on, but I thought he was
Yeah,
handsome. I didn't think he was too bad at
the
all.
mic was straight hand. Is that
Yeah.
him? Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
a
I
slick
love a black man with a gap. So ain't
I mean, I
nothing
have a
wrong with
gap
that
too.
either.
I'm
Yeah.
for the gap
I'm like,
people.
that is a
But
prominent black feature. The nose, everything. So
yeah.
I thought the
I
boy
will
looked
say that
good.
when the guys first walked in, I was kind of like, because their bodies are not super built. Like Jalen has like he's got some body. Like he said, meat on the bone.
Yes.
he got some body, and I can see his body. Like he just seemed like he like be in the gym, but also he eat. So it
Yeah.
seemed like he got both, right? Not Jayla, but Pepe. I wasn't seeing the body there, and then I wasn't also seeing the face. So when I first saw Jalen and Pepe, I was kind of like, but then like I saw Jalen had a dimple, and then I was like, and I saw the way he talked. I was like, hey, Jalen, like,
Yes.
damn, hey. And then when he said he was here for Alandria, baby, I was
Oh, it
like,
was over with
yeah,
on that one. I said top pick. Top
go,
pick.
right. I was like, go,
Favorite guy. Him and Nick right here for me.
right.
Everybody else.
Oh, who's Nick? Is Nick your top?
Nick, the baby. I'm sorry, the baby conversation with Nick. It put him up there.
Oh, it
It
sent
did
you
for
up
me. I
there.
really love that. Yes.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe
But
we
yeah,
can talk about
Jalen is
Jalen
awesome.
first. Let's talk about Jalen before we talk about Iris. Yeah. So like I loved that Jalen was hearing very clear about Alandria. I'm like, Alandria was like, she said, I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about what she said, wedding songs. My girl feel it too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
Alandria feels
she
it
feel
too.
it.
So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this might be something right here. Like
Yeah.
America's top couple, look out. Especially if he's true, like if what we see about him and he seems genuine, like his heart, like I could see them making it as
Yeah.
a couple if what their connection is that we're seeing it stays true and there is that interest. I could see it.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see Alandria smiling,
Mm.
like, and when he leaned over and gave her that little peck on the cheek, I was like, see, Alandria, you didn't have to ask him for this, so you already know he about to
Right.
bring it. It
Right.
was right out the gate. Can I go ahead and I want to be respectful, but can I go ahead and just kiss you on the cheek? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, King. I'm here for
Excited.
it. I'm
Yeah.
very excited for them.
Because I'm like, to be honest, like we can talk about Taylor and like when you had texted me about Ace saying like you have his accent,
His accent deeper than yours, Shawty. Like you gonna have to step it up. And
like
it's so funny. All the guys was like, "Bruh, she got a country accent. You already know she like country men. This shit
right,
is
it's
over
over
with
for
for
you. Count
you."
your days, bro. Count your days. You better be out here looking for somebody else. Like it's over for Taylor. It's over for him. Like I would not be surprised if he goes unless like I don't know who the next person is gonna go to. People are we voting somebody out or are they just not gonna be coupled?
Well, they're going on a date, and then after that, there will probably be a recoupling, and then whoever isn't in a couple, what might be like
But I
at
mean,
risk,
we're
and
voting
then
for the recoupling for the bombshells, right? So like,
right.
if he gets, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get recoupled with Alandria. So
Yeah, yeah,
Taylor's
yeah. That's
gonna be
a
out
done
by
deal.
himself.
Yeah,
So like, is it? So yeah, Taylor in trouble of going home. That's all I'm trying to say.
yeah,
But
yeah,
bro, I don't think
yeah.
it's nobody here on this alley for you. To be honest,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
No.
But
It's giving brother vibes with everybody. So
right, and he
yeah.
keeps out here being like I text you. I was like. why he acting like he really want this girl? Like he like, Dad, I gotta step my game up. It's like you don't even want her. Like stop
Yeah.
playing. Just clear the way. She got somebody who want her. She want him. Tell me something.
Yes.
What I can see her like being a little. Not nervous, but like I could tell she's into him because she was just all like,
She
she
was
won't even like
giddy.
she was sitting there when she was talking. She's like, oh yeah, okay, okay,
Yeah. And she
like
didn't even catch the shade. She was so into it, she didn't catch the shade when he was like, "You like somebody with a little meat on your bones." She couldn't even catch it. She was just
like,
like, "I'm in a aura right now."
hey, you a
She was like,
grown
"Yeah, you
man.
like a man, man." I'm
You a
like,
man,
"Girl,
man.
no." He was throwing shade at Taylor.
So I had to rewind that part. He was like, you like a little something with a little more meat in the bones. Like I was like, bruh, cause Taylor ain't it, cause you were trying to say like what you like. Cause this ain't me. Like we ain't the
Right,
same.
right.
So do you like this or do you like that? Like you vegan or
Yeah.
you like a carnivore? Like
Right,
what
right,
what's
right, right,
happening?
right. And when he said, "I'm coming in here for Alandria," I'm like, this is a man being very clear. He likes a black woman, okay? Because
Absolutely.
Alandria is black.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
Baby is on it. So,
I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for
yes.
them for sure. And so predictions for the vote, we both think they're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
it's a
yeah,
wrap. It's a wrap.
it's a
Nobody.
wrap.
First of all, America loves Alandria. I feel like just because of who
Mhm,
she is.
mhm,
They love
mhm,
Alandria. They love Shelly. So we're gonna give them what they
mhm,
want. Point blank. Period. So
mhm. Yeah, and I think that everybody recognizes that Taylor situation is just such a mismatch, for
yeah,
her. So,
yeah.
it is what it
I'm
is.
like, Alandria better not forget that scene, the photo booth scene and the scene before that, where she had to ask him several times or tell him several times that she wants more, because we have seen in the past where a girl will stay with a guy or a guy will stay with the girl out of like loyalty and not wanting to hurt their feelings, so they won't explore something else. And then they end up with the short end of the stick because then somebody else comes in. So somebody else might come in who Taylor really fancies, and now Taylor is ready to recouple, and he ain't thinking about the fact that Alandria stayed with him, you know what I'm saying, to make sure he was safe in the villa. So
But
hopefully,
she ain't even got no choice right now. America making a choice. We
yeah, you're
putting you.
right.
That's
You're right,
God
right, right.
connecting
You're
you
right.
with your boo
Yeah,
baby.
and I
Like
keep thinking that it's for a date, and I need to remember, no, like we chose to be coupled, not to go on a date.
I'm
So
I'm hoping that it's permanent for sure.
yeah,
Like I'm
at
hoping.
least for like 2 days, 2 3 days. Give them
I
two
mean, I'm
three
hoping it's
days.
just permanent, like just straight up permanent until like the vote.
Yeah.
Um, but who knows? Um, Pepe or Iris. Let's do
Hmm.
Iris. Mhm. Thoughts on her and her initial interest. She said Nick and Jeremiah were her folks. But she also kind of had like a little. She had a to me a smart read on Jeremiah. She was like, he got this hooky on his neck, and he got like
Yes.
he seemed a little. I don't know if she called him. She said something
It was high
negative.
school.
Yeah, she was like, it's giving, and it's kind of like a little unattractive. Like that's the vibe
Yeah.
she kind of insinuating. It was that it was a little unattractive to see him show up that way, and made her lose a little interest. Because it's like you can have a cute face, but if you like a little punk, it's like that A
Right.
go down to a C real quick.
It is. It Huda knows what she's doing, which it seems like Iris is also having the right read on that. But
Mm-hmm.
once they couple up, maybe they'll be able to have a conversation, and she will probably say like, because Iris, I did like her when she said that. I was like, okay, she seems like she has a good personality. She seems grounded. She didn't react when Huda called her a bitch. She stopped kissing Jeremiah and just moved on. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, she seems like she might have like a really cool personality and like fit in with the girls, probably even better than Huda. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Huda, like even with this whole like we're sisters and da 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 da, like it's very fake. And I think all the other girls, I actually think everybody, not to go back to Huda, but I think everybody walks on eggshells around Huda
For
because
sure.
Huda is very reactive. And so that is where her manipulation plays in, where everybody is kind of feeding into this delusion just so
Mm,
we don't have to deal with Huda reacting.
right.
Um, and so
Right.
that I think that kind of like showed up in that scene when Iris was saying like this is who I was initially, attracted to,
Mm-hmm.
and like Huda saying, we're closed off even though we're not, da 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 da. But I think Iris I think the girls are gonna like Iris, and if the girls ever have to vote a girl off, I can see them voting Huda off and keeping Iris. I can see
Yeah.
that.
No, that's real. That's real. And it goes back to that manipulative side of Huda. It's like manipulating through her emotions. It's like she's getting, even with Jeremiah, when she left the food over there, because there was so much. I'm like, I knew we ain't talk about stuff. Like,
Yes.
she left the food
Sorry,
when
sorry, y'all. We gotta go back to Huda for just a second.
talking about his pancakes not being done. It's like, girl, first of all, he's doing a nice thing for you. You don't have to even point out, like, eat around that shit. It ain't gonna kill you. Like,
Yes.
and if it's so done, like, it's like you a mom, you ain't gotta make it again. Throw that bitch on the pan again and warm it up. Just, I mean, like, get heated. Finish cooking it. Like, you don't have to go make a whole new pancake. Like, if a pancake is not done, literally just throw it on the pan and finish cooking it. Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about? You did not have to make him feel small. He's doing something nice for you. And so it's like with Huda, she just choose the wrong option every time. You know what I'm saying? And then
Every
she, so
time.
like when she walked off and left the plate there, she's like, I asked Taylor and Taylor helped me and da 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 da. It's
Then she
like,
was like, and you let another man make me breakfast. Like, it's like he already made you breakfast. You were not pleased with it. And she also said, no protein. Like, when
yeah,
he
you
brought the plate. Like, it's like, girl,
yeah, yeah. Because it's like even another way to ask that. If you wanted some bacon, you could have just been like, "Oh, did I have some bacon?" Like excited, like,
yes.
"Did I have bacon?" Like, and then it's like, and then he'd be like, "No, you want some bacon?" Like, "Oh, if I could," you just be sweet, be sweet. You don't have to like
Yes.
say things in a negative way. You be like, "Oh, do they have any sausage or whatever?" Just like, oh, I would love some, thank you. Like, be nice, be appreciative. It's like, girl, she's too extra. But when she left that plate there and she was just walking off, and she's just like, I feel like that is like when I said going back to the manipulation. It's like she's using her emotions to get. She want Jeremiah to have a reaction, a certain way he responds to it by her being, emotional and walking off. It's whatever. But anywho, back to Iris.
Yes.
We'll see what like so we'll see how Iris deals with that. But Huda is going to shit a brick, shit a cow,
Yeah.
shit the whole farm. Like, to be honest, when she realizes that, because I guess she'll realize that America is
Yeah.
feeling a little bit like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
because Ariana's gonna stand up there and say America has voted, and they chose Jeremiah to couple up with Iris. They chose Jaylen to couple up with Alandria, and we'll see who we chose for Pepe. I feel like everybody was back and forth between Hannah and
And yeah,
Sierra,
and
so that
Sierra.
one is up in the air. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
Taylor's gonna know he ain't been doing enough. Huda's gonna know she's been doing too much.
yeah. Yeah, and Iris, like, this is what I think. So the only thing I'm concerned about in terms of this whole Jeremiah plan we have going on as the fans is this Ace of it all. Like the
Yeah,
Ace, um, Iris situation. They set it up like a little love story, to be honest.
yeah, they
And I
did.
personally don't like it because, like I said, I said this the last episode. I'm scared for my girl Shelly
Yeah,
because she's holding space for him, Ace, and Ace is like, oh, I like this, I like that, I like this, and now he got something new he liked. He liked Amaya when she came through. Now he liked the new girl,
right.
and I like Iris. She gives me that she's smart. Like, I like that her interaction with Jeremiah, like that, peeping that. And I also think she's probably a good match for Ace in the sense that she's not the jealous or anxious type. She seems very secure in herself. So that's something I think Ace needs, a secure woman. However, I was a little bit concerned that she doesn't seem like she's seeing that Ace is like a person who's like has charm, and
Yeah,
it's like he's charming you, girl. Like, and
yeah,
I'm a little concerned for her, and it seemed like she's smart, but it also seems like she's falling for his charm. But at the same time, I do think he's interested in her genuinely, but Ace is always genuinely interested in someone. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't think he's ever playing, Shelly or trying to play them. He is just genuinely interested in them. I think what makes him a player is the fact that he's genuinely interested in so many people. He doesn't have the discipline to be like, okay, I'm going to try to get to know this person intentionally. I'm going to try to, take a moment and really just focus on this person. I think Ace is just like, he's undisciplined in his interest. He's like, oh,
Absolutely.
everybody,
Yeah.
I like you all. Like, and
Yeah.
that's why he's a player. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and I
not
didn't like
looking.
either when he was talking to Taylor about it. It was like, keep it hush hush because I just want to like observe and see what happens. And then,
Oh,
after
God.
that, they played the truth or dare game, and Shelly and Austin had that moment, and then Ace was like, no, I don't want to play. So I feel like he's gonna use that and like, kind of say, well, it seems like you really into Austin because you do. I could just see it happening because
Yeah.
Ace is a player and he knows how to move chess pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah.
playing chess, especially when he's like, keep it on a hush hush, don't say nothing.
Mhm.
But what was really gonna be telling is if he pulls back from what he's been doing for Shelly because he pressed hard on the gas for them
Yeah.
2 3 days. So if
Yeah.
you pull up and you pull back, he might end up losing it all because let's just say Iris and Jeremiah end up connecting through being coupled and being able to have more intimate moments because they're sleeping together. He might
Mhm.
go and make her breakfast and things like that.
Mhm.
Like, let's just say I feel like Ace is going to be the one to lose in this situation because he is not being disciplined in his interest. He keeps
Mhm.
bouncing around from one thing to the next. And like,
Mhm.
there's going to be another girl that comes in a couple of days. Like, that's just how this thing goes.
Mhm.
So and
Yeah.
we still got Casa Amor. So we shall see. Hopefully, no matter what, Austin just keeps picking Shelly and Shelly picks Austin
Mhm.
until we can get somebody in there for Shelly
Mhm.
who's going to be serious and intentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at
Um.
this point, I don't even want it to be Ace. Because I'm like, Ace, as soon as the next girl comes in, you're going to have interest in her. And you're going to have, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, yeah. But
Yeah.
also, back to your point. Sorry, I know I'm yapping.
No, you're good.
Iris, she did also pick up on the fact that Ace is flirtatious. She said it. She was like,
Mhm.
you're flirtatious, the eyes and like the tone, like I could just see it." So I think she
Mhm.
picks up on it. She might be
Okay.
getting swept by it, but I think she
Yeah.
sees it a little bit.
That's good because she seems smart. I will give her that. Like at first, I was kind of like she was underwhelming to me. Like different haircut. She could be the principal at somebody's school. She was giving very very regular
Average
dagger.
white woman, yes.
She was giving very regular dagger. I
Yeah, yeah,
promise you.
yeah, yeah,
She but I liked that she seemed smart. So they gave her that to me. I was like, okay, all right,
yeah.
Iris. So predictions for the vote. You think we're going Jeremiah, or you think that Ace is
Definitely
gonna like? You,
Jeremiah. The
you think Jeremiah?
comments under the Love Island posts were swarming. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So you anything else on Iris before we move to Pepe?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. So Pepe, thoughts on him and like Hannah or him and Sierra? Like,
It seemed like he connected more with Sierra, but
okay.
Hannah, I was like, Hannah ready to be freaky deaky. This girl horny because
Yes.
girl, you was just ready to ride the horse, pounce on a man. She was like,
Right.
I don't want to be like a couple in the first couple of days. It just seems so early. Like I came here to have fun. Like,
Yeah. I was like, damn, my man Charlie about to lose out because
yeah,
even if Sierra is paired with Pepe, Hannah's still gonna be in his face because they're not gonna be like locked. That wasn't his choice. Like she's
right.
coupled up with Charlie, but she's still in his face. So I think she will feel perfectly fine continuing to pursue him. So I think that for Pepe, he's gonna continuously have this choice between Hannah and Sierra. To be honest, like I think it's gonna be one of those triangle things for him, and I don't know where that puts Nick in all of this, but we'll see. If especially if
Yeah.
Sarah and Pepe get paired together. I don't know. And I don't know well, not I don't know where it puts Charlie. It seems like Hannah is like I don't know if that's going the Charlie Hannah of it all is gonna last. I don't know what you think,
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, because Charlie wants someone. Like he wants one.
yeah.
Charlie's not trying to be all around, be flirting with multiple people, getting to know. It seems
Right.
like whoever he's focused on in the moment, that's who he's focused on in the moment, and he's not really
Yeah.
about the whole bouncing around, which is probably why when he wasn't in a couple, he was having a hard time because it was just like
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
can't. I don't think he could deal with this. I don't think he could deal
Yeah.
with watching his girl be with other
Mhm.
people because that's why he pulled up off of Shelly,
Kelly, yeah, yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's what I
sometimes you
call
don't
a
know what you would. You said a who? A who?
I said he's what I call a nester. Like the men who
Yeah.
they like to make a little nest. How you his
Yes.
one woman sit in that nest with him, and they just happy to be coupled up, and they want to do couple shit. They just coupled like
Yes.
mindset, and they want one woman, and
He
they want
probably
to
need Huda.
be with her. Huda, yeah, if they were attracted to each other, but I don't think that's gonna like.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm wondering like if Huda and Jeremiah get break free, right? I'm wondering if what's Ace gonna do? That's what I'm wondering. Cause like
I don't
Ace, like
think Ace is on that no more. I think
you think
her personality is not for Ace.
I
And
don't
I
think
think,
so either. But I don't. I agree with you. I don't think it's per personality. But I have no. I don't have faith in Ace to not try to
and
see
he
like
might
what's up.
try. He's gonna try and get a kiss out of it for sure. But I don't think he would. I don't think any of the guys would couple up with Hood at this point because how she has acted with Jeremiah has given an opportunity for everybody to see her personality, and so
Yeah.
I think everybody's probably like, I'm good.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think the same about Amaya too. Like I think it's gonna take a
Yeah,
new person. And on that point, Amaya seemed interested in Pepe. Like
yeah,
because I think Amaya is trying to like again get like I think the guys in the house are kind of like, I'm good on that. And she's
yeah,
like, "Ooh, guy. But I think every new person that comes in is going to get the lowdown from the people that, they're going to be like,
yeah.
I don't know. So
Y'all don't
I,
know what's up yet. Y'all don't know what's up, but y'all
yeah,
can go ahead. Y'all can have her. Y'all can have him.
yes. Any other thoughts on Pepe or Hannah,
Not
Sierra?
really. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
didn't have any
predictions for the
initial
vote?
thoughts on him.
Yeah,
He
predictions
gives
for the
little player vibes too, though. How he told Sierra, like, I'm looking for a girl like you. I'm like, how you know, brother? You don't know this woman.
yeah.
Um,
Well, they seem to have both had this mutual surprise or interest, and she would seem to be surprised at the fact that she was interested in him. But yeah, Pepe, whatever.
yeah,
I'm not sure what that's the most up in the air vote from me, in my view. I feel
yeah,
like it's gonna go Sierra because I think people want to shock Nick because he had his Bella, he chose Sierra, and then he probably might be interested in Iris a little bit. He had a little couple
yeah.
conversations with her. So I think people want to bring him to reality a little bit, and so I feel like they're gonna go Sierra, but
Who did you
who
vote for?
Sierra?
Okay, I
Who'd you
voted
vote?
for Sierra too. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
that's my predictions, but I think that's the most up in the air vote in my view. Well, but no, the Iris and the like, I do feel like it's gonna be Jeremiah, but also I'm a little concerned about whether people are gonna pair Ace with.
yeah. With
But we'll see.
Iris. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like we talked a little bit about Shelly, Ace, and Austin. Ace gave her like the hibachi date and the yoga
Hmm.
date, and it was kind of cute. Like Nick was like, "Look at my man over here!" Like he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah. He was
"Oh,
doing his
body."
moves. Yeah.
These guys, they be really like looking out for each other, but it's cute. But
Yeah,
I
well,
thought
I
about
will say one thing that Ace is doing though is he's setting the tone for the other guys. Like you
the
see,
date.
because he did that, now Austin is like, oh yeah, let's do a little, movement, a little
Hmm
flow, and then you see
hmm
Taylor trying to do something. So I feel
hmm
like Ace is setting the tone for sure, which I thought, okay, all right,
hmm
Ace. But yeah, I don't have any other like actual thoughts. We didn't see too much of the rest of these two episodes. It was
hmm
more so about these triangles that are about to form because of
hmm
these bombshells. So we shall see what happens.
Yeah, no, for you. What any thoughts on what you want to see next or anything like that? Or you're
No, I
like,
just want to see my girl Alandria have a good little couple. I want to see
yeah,
Jeremiah sweat a little bit. I want to see Huda
who does
sweat.
sweat? That's what I want to see. I want to see Jeremiah leave this relationship, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
just cut it right here because it's not going to survive in the real world. So like just let's come to that reality right now because it's
yeah,
not surviving. I don't personally think it is. He's already annoyed at her. He's frustrated. Like he is
yeah,
frustrated.
yeah.
It's not happening.
It's
It's not
not.
happening. Day 10, frustration is day it's not happening. It's not happening.
Mm-mm.
Let them find their
Mm-mm.
people. Let
You
them,
can't even make this girl pancakes without her saying something. I feel like that's a lot. Like
Yeah,
pancakes. Like we went down so much as to some batter in milk. You know what I'm saying? And this girl got a problem. Like no gratitude. Like I couldn't see it. And when she was
yeah,
like, this is just how I like to date and he likes to date differently, I'm like, girl, you want to trample over somebody. You don't want to date because you want
yeah.
to take, 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 take. There's no giving with you at
Hmm.
all.
The only thing I want to say, the last words, Ace is too confident about Shelly, in my view. When he was saying something earlier in the episode, he was like, she got,
She know where home is at.
oh yeah, I was like, bruh, this is what I'm saying. Like, Shelly need to stop holding space with this man. Like,
Yeah.
he is a man who can read women very well. He
Yeah.
weaponizes it.
Yeah.
Weaponizes his boundaries, weaponizes his ability to see, it's like he see that Shelly's holding space for him, and he's so confident about it. And also, it's nobody else there that Shelly is more interested in. So I'm looking for somebody more interested that she's more interested in.
Yeah, I just want somebody to come in new for Shelly. I'm over
Yeah,
that Shelly and Ace thing. Like he done
yeah,
had enough tries and yeah. Him pulling
absolutely.
up on Iris too much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got an episode tomorrow, and we'll
Yes.
see what happens. Until next time, we have a very live group chat on Instagram, so you need to DM us on Instagram to join it. Like these ladies, hilarious. Like we
Yes.
can't take credit for it. The ladies are hilarious. Like
We are having a time in that
yes,
chat.
like it is hilarious. Like so, and it's so active. I think it's our most active chat. But anyway, love it, love it, love it. So DM us on Instagram, and until next time, we'll see you. And do
Yes.
so. All right.
Bye.